Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, my name is Lina Rodhiyatun Nikmah. At this moment, I will tell you about the summary of film. The title is The Count of Monte Cristo, directed by Kevin Reynolds, and released at 2002. The Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo is a 2002 adventure drama film directed by Kevin Reynolds. The film generally follows the plot, the main storyline of imprisonment and revenge is retained, but many aspects such as the relationship between the main characters and the ending of the story are changed, simplified, or removed, and there are additional action scenes. The Count of Monte Cristo. This film is adapted from novel The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. The Count of Monte Cristo is an adventure novel written by French author Alexandre Dumas, completed in 1844. It is one of the author's more popular works, along with The Three Musketeers. The author Alexandre Dumas, in collaboration with Auguste Moquet. Original title: Le Count de Monte Cristo. Country: France, and the language is French too. The genre are historical and adventure. Publication date 1844 until 1846. The plot. In 1815, Edmond II met of a French merchant vessel and his friend Fernand Mondego, a representative of the shipping company, seek medical help on Elba for their captain. Napoleon Bonaparte is in exile on the island, having kept his guardians from killing the pair. Bonaparte privately requests that Edmond deliver a letter to the mainland in exchange for his physician's services. Edmond is sworn to treachery, but Fernand witnesses the exchange. In Marseille, the company owner Morel commends Edmond for his bravery, promoting him to captain over first mate Danglars, who had given Edmond explicit orders not to land at Elba. Edmond thereafter states his intention to marry his girlfriend, Mercedes, whom Fernand lusts after. Envious of Edmond's good fortune, Fernand and Danglars inform on Edmond regarding Bonaparte's letter, which reveals information that could be used to aid Bonaparte's escape from Elba. Vilfort, the city's magistrate, has Edmond arrested, but initially prepares to exonerate him until he learns the letter is addressed to Vilfort's father, Monsieur Clarion, a Bonapartist. He burns the letter and orders Edmond imprisoned into the Chateau d'If, in exchange for persuading Mercedes that Edmond has been executed for treason and that she should take comfort in Fernand. Vilfort has Fernand assassinate his father. 6 years later, Edmond is startled in his cell by an eruption in the ground, revealing another prisoner, Abbe Faria, who has been imprisoned for 11 years, has dug an escape tunnel. However, upon seeing that he is in Edmond's cells, he realizes he dug in the wrong direction. In exchange for Edmond's help digging a new tunnel, Faria, maybe Edmund calls him the priest. Pearce educates him in numerous fields of scholarship and swordsmanship over the next 7 years. The priest is seriously injured in a town Kevin, but before dying he gives Edmund a map to the treasure and implores him to use it only for good. Edmund escapes the prison by switching himself from various body into the body bag, and is thrown into the sea, pulling Darlight along with him, whom he drowns. Edmund encounters a band of pirates preparing to execute one of their own. Jacopo, their leader, Luigi Vamba, decides justice and entertainment would be better served by beating Edmund and Jacopo in a knife fight. Edmund wins but spares Jacopo, who swears himself to Edmund for life. They both work with the pirates until they arrive in Marseille. Edmund learns from Morel, who does not recognize him, that Fernand and Danglars were complicit in his betrayal, and that Fernand and Mercedes wed shortly after Edmund was imprisoned. With various maps, he and Jacopo locate the treasure of Spada in the island of Monte Cristo. Using his newfound wealth and advanced education, Edmund established himself in Parisian society as the Count of Monte Cristo and swears vengeance on those who conspired against him. Edmund ingratiates himself to the Monegasque by staging the kidnap and rescue for their son Albert. His plan results in Danglars being caught red-handed in the act of theft, and Villefort being tricked into revealing his role in his father's death. Both are arrested. Fernand is brought to financial ruin as Edmund has his gambling debts called in. Edmund and Mercedes rekindle their relationship. As Fernand prepares to flee, Mercedes reveals the only reason she married him was that she was pregnant with Albert, who is actually Edmund's son. Edmund ambushes Fernand in the ruins of his family's country estate, having led him to believe that the treasure of Spada would be waiting for him. Fernand attempts to flee, but changes his mind upon realizing that Edmund has everything and he has nothing, and challenges Edmund to a fight to the death. Edmund prevails. During the encounter, Mercedes is shot in the shoulder, but the wound is not fatal. Edmund percasses and sets out Eve, intending to raise it, but instead leaves it standing as he swears Faria to use his vast resources for God. And the moral value is, God will give me justice. This quote is engraved on the prison walls. This is proof of the many victims of injustice at set out Eve. Believe in God. In the dialogue between the priest and Edmund, there are some words I remember the most. Edmund said, "I don't believe in God." And the priest said, "Don't matter, he believes you." Get rid of the revenge. I take this lesson from the dialogue between Edmund and the prince. When he was dying, he said something to Edmund. Do not commit the crime which you have intended to. God said, "Vengeance is mine." I think this film is so amazing. In this film, we can take a lesson that life is not about revenge. Life is all for God. Life will not be smooth, but believe that God trusts you to get through. That's all. That's all I can tell you about. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. But our time is limited.